Welcome back to your favorite podcast with a devious blue bucket mascot. I'm Ryan Papa Post, and I lost 10 pounds today by shoveling the heaviest snow of my life. I know some of you guys may not have gotten that, but that stuff was awful. But anyways, I'm surrounded with the likes today of Josh Picard from Suggestive Gaming.
Hi.
I've got Logan Jacob from his mama. And joining us at the start today, and leaving early, we do have Henry from our favorite PC building company, DarkFusion Systems.
Well, thank you. Good to be here.
And not joining us once again,
Dang.
is Dom.
Calling
Because
him out.
while we are getting dumped on, he's getting ice cream.
Is he getting ice cream? Do we know for sure?
He
I
better
don't
be
know.
getting ice cream.
Right? Yeah. If he's leaving us again, he better be.
Right. I mean, come on. It's the only thing I can think of.
It's
Only
that's
excuse.
okay.
Yeah, it's the only fair excuse. The only one we'll accept.
Yep.
Is it though? Is it really though?
Yes.
So, Henry, if you don't know the joke, the whole joke is that, well, I don't want to explain it.
This is a bit of a whoosh right now.
Especially when she's when Tom's girlfriend's in the chat. So we're just gonna. She doesn't. Does she know what the ice cream is? Goodbye, Josh. Wait,
I wouldn't.
did he
think
actually go?
so.
Did he disappear?
No, he's back.
Oh no, he
He's
came back. He came back. I was like, where did
I
you
went
go?
to the tab and I accidentally closed it.
Oh, that's all right.
Sorry.
That's okay. But no, so basically ice cream is a euphemism, I guess, in a way for
Going on a date, having
yes.
having a good time with your partner,
having the
Yes.
best time.
going to the
Spicy
roof of a
adventure.
hotel and having Having
yeah, you go to the rooftop. Yeah.
a spicy adventure on the roof.
Yeah, Dom.
Yes.
Well, so Henry, you haven't been with us on the show for a while. It's good to see you, man. I know we've been chatting
Good
a
to be
little
here.
bit lately, and I'm glad that you're happy to be here. So I don't know. I want to talk about this blizzard. Get it out of the way because a lot of our listeners are Milwaukee area based, and we all kind of got cucked earlier this week with couple inches when they said.
Again.
It's quite
We were
an
gonna get-
adjective, but or
Well,
verb,
yeah,
but-
yeah. That's what else did you expect from me? But we were supposed to get a huge snowstorm, and then we got like nothing. And then it's funny that on Thursday we got more snow than we did, or what? Yeah, Thursday last night, or I don't remember. Forget what I'm saying. We got more snow the day we weren't supposed to get more snow, and we're getting a blizzard right now, and it's crazy. But it's funny. Before the show, Josh, you and I were talking. Well, all of us were. You have like nothing.
Nothing.
On the
I have
ground.
not. I shoveled and I didn't even have to. It's just I'm closer to the lake than everybody else, and I don't want to go too far into where we live, but I live closer to the lake than most, and we have like a shield effect down here. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah. It's
Well, it goes both ways, though.
I
Right?
Yeah.
can dox myself. I'm right along the lake, and it's been rain.
Yeah, and that's I didn't want to go too far into it, but it's weird because you and I are both by the lake, but in different locations. You know,
Right.
So
The three of us actually, because
That's true.
I'd say like I'm a mile, but it's just weird how the peninsula dips closer in and out by certain areas, between north and south Milwaukee. So,
But yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but so far my area has been completely fine. And like I said, I shoveled. I regretted shoveling because I was the only house on the block that shoveled. And
you should
then,
be happy for being proactive.
but then by 3:00,
Oh,
you
it's
couldn't
melted
even
all.
tell. Yeah. So it, like literally at 9 a.m., it looked like I was really responsible. And then, by 4 p.m., it looked like everybody was responsible, even though nobody else shoveled. So.
Oh, so you weren't the standout anymore. That's okay. It's
I know.
better to be. Well, that's an awesome mug. Is
This
that the
right
Tesla
here?
mug?
This is the Cyber
Oh,
Stein.
that's sick.
oh my God.
Yeah. Came with the
Dude, it's
Cyber
awesome.
beer,
That's
which
hilarious.
was disgusting, but the mug's really cool. So
But being so close to the lake, that kind of has two sides of a coin, right? Like right now, it's great, but when it's colder,
I was gonna say,
So
yeah,
you
we
get
get
dumped
the
on.
cold, yeah.
You-
In the
well, it's
wind,
the
wet air. It sticks to even if you have like a down jacket. It like sticks to it, and it
Yeah.
like it stops working as a down jacket.
yeah.
I'll honestly
Yeah.
take that any day over snow, though. So if that's my trade-off, I'll take it. I'll take some cold weather.
I had a friend who lived in San Diego, and every time he saw me bitching about Wisconsin weather, he would give me shit. And now he lives in Nebraska, and I know he just got dumped on for like 18 inches. So suck it, boy.
Well, and they get tornadoes down that way too. We don't really, at least on the lake, we don't get tornadoes. That
Not-
it's
yeah, not
very, very
since-
rare.
Yeah, like what, like 2003 was our last one or something?
Nebraska.
2003.
As far as I know.
No, there was a little one that went through a small city near me. So it's
Yeah.
just an EF0. That was just last year or last summer.
Oh,
Yeah, but
it was a
Nebraska
little
gets stuff
baby.
that, like, destroys.
I'm thinking about
lives.
the.
Yeah.
There was a tornado in 2000. It was March 8th of 2000. That was our last tornado.
That was by the airport, right?
Mm.
It was
do you remember
actually.
when you?
It was
Go
right
ahead.
before. It was right where I lived at the time, and my birthday is March 9th, so it was March 8th, and I remember being like, "Oh my God, God hates me." Like, this is what he's giving me for my birthday. He's tearing up my town with a tornado.
What did you do, Josh?
I don't know. I was 9.
I remember I was at a Menards in the store with my dad at the time,
Yeah.
and everyone was like freaking out. It was crazy.
And what's funny is where that Menards was, they didn't get hit that bad, actually.
No, we were fine. Yeah, it was fine. It was all east of us where we were.
I'm thinking of a different
So-
hardware store. This is,
Yeah.
we're going real local.
Yeah,
Yeah, F3 was
like it
2000 by Hardee's. Yes, I was.
Yes.
Yes. It destroyed the Blockbuster. It was a natural.
Oh yeah,
disaster.
yonder by Earl's house, you know.
yeah. You know, now everybody out in their world, they are all triangulating, doing research, finding out where Menards and Hardee's and Blockbuster all triangulate, and they're gonna find your house, Josh. You better
My
watch
old
out.
house. I don't live there anymore. It's fine.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You live on an island out in Lake Michigan,
I wish.
but you do, don't you? You have your own secret. You have your own suggestical island.
Yeah. My SG compound on Lake Michigan.
Oh, I missed you guys.
Did you? Well, if you listen to the show every week, it'd be like you're with us all the time.
Wow, it's true. It's different. It's different being here though, and like this
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
banter. The banter is always good.
Yeah,
It's good to be
yeah. You
here.
you get to say something and be part of it rather than just listen to us have fun while you're driving.
Right.
So, Gearhead in chat. Josh is an island boy.
I'm an island boy.
What's that phrase that no one's gonna understand what we're referencing?
Tsunami scale.
Tsunami
Tsunami.
scale. Sorry. That was from our community game night, which we got to have another one soon. I think that's on the calendar actually, but
Sure.
We need,
is.
we need to clip the audio for that and make it for
Yeah.
a soundboard.
Yeah, it's got to be a drop.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll just rip it from one of the videos because we all
Yeah,
streamed,
yeah.
we all
Oh, yeah.
streamed Lethal Company that night. Henry,
Yeah.
Henry, have you played Lethal Company?
Yes, I have actually. It's interesting. At the first couple of times I played it, maybe the first like 30 minutes, I really didn't get it because I didn't read anything about it. I didn't watch any content on it. I don't. I like to just throw myself into a game. I was like, what the heck is going on here? You have to play it, obviously, with a friend. I think
Mhm.
like it's and you have to like I don't know. I think it comes down to have a good time with that game. It comes down to who that other person is.
I don't know.
Does that make sense? Like,
No, I almost
Really?
disagree with that because you could play that game with you could play that probably with a group of randoms, and just as long as everybody's got open hot mic, I
Yeah.
think you're just gonna have a good time. Just listening to people squeal and scream and run and cry, and I don't know, but
well, in terms of really nailing the objective, that is a communicator game.
oh sure.
Yeah. Right.
That's fair.
But when you play it that way, I was just playing with it on one of my buddies, actually a day or two ago. Absolutely phenomenal. but it's all about community. It's truly about communication.
It is.
Other friends are still just as good friends, but they're not like they're actually good communicators in real life, but they're not good communicators in game, and they'll just run off. And as you know, it's spatial, or that's the right term, spatial audio. So if they run off, that's it.
Proximity.
Right.
I'm on my own. I've been playing for 20 minutes. What's going on? I enjoy it.
Yeah. Did you know that game was in the top 8, I think, in terms of revenue on Steam?
Yeah, like 40-something million it made.
Yeah, dude. That game cost $10 and they made $50 million. Yeah, dude.
That's really impressive.
In a year since October, I think.
Yeah, dude. I think it was the summertime, but yeah, same difference, right?
It really is amazing what a small dev team can do. I mean, when I say small, obviously it's one person. Like, that's
Flappy Bird numbers, right? Like just one guy making a game and making that much money.
Yeah,
like, that's
it's cool to see that stuff. It's cool to see.
Oh yeah,
the indie scene is like as strong as it is.
If he doesn't buy like a Jay-Z house or something, I'm gonna be super pissed. Like Notch did. Yeah, the guy who made Minecraft. Like, I really want to see this guy live in, some kind of crazy house with a Lamborghini in the living room and
just hear himself echoing while he's talking to himself because he's got no one else there.
But
just kidding. That's depressing.
I was gonna say, you don't know that.
Yeah, only my life's like that.
But no, good for that guy.
Hell yeah, man.
Rake in all the cash, man. In fact, add microtransactions. I want some fucking cosmetics.
Just shut the fuck up. No, you mods. Josh didn't play with us when we modded it.
No, I was puking.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Dude. I love our team. We go so hard. Mostly Josh, but
yeah, I have a problem.
We could talk about it here, Josh. This is your outlet.
It's okay. Henry knows. Henry's been there.
Yeah, Bucket Bites meet. Oh, Henry hasn't been on since. You guys want to talk? You want to talk about that? No, we don't have to talk about that. That's what happens at Bucket Bites meetups. Stays at Bucket Bites meetups.
At Bucket Bite meetups. Remember that, folks. Come to the Bucket Bites meetups. You'll have a party.
Yeah, and hopefully you get home. God, that sounds so dark. Good Lord.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It's not dark at all.
Well, it was. You're right. The sun was coming up when everybody was coming home. So
that's right.
It was just okay.
That's right.
Anyways, knows how to represent.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So Henry, speaking about as I pour myself some more wine here already. Speaking about small companies doing big things. As much as we'd all like to think that you're here to hang out and show us a good time, you have some really exciting news with DarkFusion.
Yeah. Oh, the keyboard. I know exactly what you're leading to. I'm just playing dumb. No, yeah. So we have that. We have that Dark Seraph keyboard that released on the 10th. So as of just a few days ago now. It already feels like we've had so much going on. It feels like an eternity ago. Yeah. So it's a TKL steel keyboard. The renders are live. It's official. Yes, we're doing a keyboard. Most people knew, like, if they were really, really close to the company, but it wasn't official. But it's real. The prototype is hopefully going to enter production in the next 2 weeks. There's a lot of moving parts with that, but the renders are live. It's called the Dark Seraph. It's freaking awesome. Made in Milwaukee. Unfortunately, the PCB isn't made here. It's really hard to get. I mean, actually, Milwaukee just doesn't really have a history with printing PCBs, but we have a history of steelwork and high quality machining.
Right.
It's a truly community thing. Powder coated here. It's gonna be galvanized. It's galvanized bent steel. You can check it out on our website. Again, the renders. Galvanized bent steel with a nice powder coat on it. And initially, we're gonna have everything paint matched or color matched to our cases. So we're gonna have a gray, a white, and a black. But yeah, and also we did a really cool thing on Reddit. Got some feedback. Overall, as they say on Steam, mostly positive. So that was really, really good. One thing that we got from people was having different colored and different types of screws. So this whole thing is held together with screws, basically. Okay.
Yeah,
and we
so-
use is a pretty basic. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of showing the renders on the stream right now.
Okay.
And one of the comments from people was, dude, that black body with brass screws would be sick.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where you're going with it.
That's
And
exactly where I'm going with it.
to be honest, like I was actually going to Photoshop it together, but I ran out of time because I'm lazy and slacking. But it would
That'd be cool
like,
to see, actually.
it'd be sick. So
white, and then someone else said white, and then like a burnt titanium setup too, which I think would look really cool, kind of like a bluish hue. There's so much we can do.
sure.
So the nice thing go ahead.
Can I just real quick, who is this like catered to? Because this isn't going to be like your $20 Logitech membrane,
No.
keyboard. This is obviously for people who are enthusiasts, just like your computers, right? So who are you aiming this for? And because just to kind of set the expectation here.
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's, I mean, of course we want to say everybody, but it's with our just like with our computers, but in a little different way. Because with a DarkFusion computer, as long as you are, someone who needs firepower, they need performance, they need a good quality support, they need someone they can rely on. Again, when you contact us for help, you either get myself, Brian, or Max. You get real people like that. People who built it are the ones supporting it. Awesome. Now, but there's people who are artists, people who are musicians, people who just want a game. Heck, there's people who just really want like a damn near bulletproof office PC for their home. Like we can address all those people. But we that's actually a very popular customer profile. You would be surprised. There's a lot of firepower you can stick in one of these things and they'll still do it.
Yeah.
Now, there's really nice keyboards. Like I have this Logitech one here. Eventually, I'm going to replace this, of course, with the Dark Seraph. But this is like a $200-something mechanical keyboard. It's great. But
it's plastic. But it's plastic.
Now, part of our community that we're really looking to help out and address there's this whole community called, well, basically keyboard enthusiasts. You can call them like mechanical keyboard enthusiasts. It's a whole separate group of people. I would say they don't necessarily even overlap with like the computer enthusiast community. There is overlap, but it's not as deep as you would think.
Sure.
And so this keyboard is really kind of going after more of the keyboard head.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense? Because there's plenty of serious gamers who will spend, they'll get a 4090, right? They'll get, a 14th gen chip, but they might not, from a nice, really high end i9 or something, right? They might not, really enjoy the benefits of a fancy keyboard. I got to be real. Most of these fancy mechanical keyboards, and there's a huge industry for them, they're not going to make you. They're not necessarily going to make you a better FPS player. Some of them might advertise that. Some of them might have a better switch that's more comfortable that'll allow you to game for longer or something like that. But we're not making that kind of claim. But the cool thing is you can customize that. The big thing is you can customize them. You can make it fit. Maybe you do a lot more typing than gaming, and there's different switches for that. It's kind of like the conclusion I drew way back when is that there's a Porsche GT3 RS. Okay. And there's a Toyota Corolla. When you're driving around the streets of Milwaukee, you're still capped at 25 miles an hour and you're still going to the grocery store. Going to the same grocery store at the same speed. Which would you rather drive?
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna have a better shifting experience, better handling experience, but you're still gonna get to the store at the same time as long as you're not breaking the law, right?
Breaking the law.
That's important to remember. But this customization, having a nice high quality experience the whole way through. When I explain to someone, oh, this is going to be we're going to make a keyboard in Milwaukee. Oh, and it's going to cost a few $100s. Someone's like, well, why? What's wrong with my Logitech Lightspeed? And there's nothing wrong with your Logitech Lightspeed.
Pretty sure that was my question.
But this is not a customizable typing experience.
Yeah, right. I don't mean to cut you off, Henry, but I want to make a big point here that this is not so these as you said, it's for enthusiasts. So I would say, let's be real. Most people out there are not what you'd call a keyboard enthusiast per se, right? So what you're getting is basically a blank slate to make a keyboard however you want it. You're getting a frame, you're getting a PCB, and then you from there you get the switches and then the
World's
keys
your
on top
oyster.
of it.
The
And
world's your
you
oyster.
build it up
Well,
however
I
you
don't-
want. And
Right.
you'll
Well,
help cater that.
Yep. No, obviously there's a huge community. It's not as popular again as like PC gaming. Okay, I hope it one
Right.
day it becomes this big. That would be freaking fantastic. I hope we can help, push that forward, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who just want that kit because they already know what they want. They don't want to hear from us. And,
Yeah.
and that's totally fine. But they like the design. They like the fact that it's made here. They like,
Yeah.
the construction method, yada,
So-
yada, yada. And that's awesome.
Let me ask you this. It's going to be a quick USB connect, right? USB-C?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That just based on the renders, that's kind of what it looked like. So if I get really angry, if I'm doing something and I get really angry and the only thing I can throw is this keyboard, like it could potentially kill somebody.
I wouldn't want to use those words, but it is a
Oh, yeah. I guess I
bent galvanized steel product. I would not want. Someone actually asked that on Reddit. I would not want to be hit with this. It is,
Yeah.
it is it's an artisan product.
durable.
It is
Yeah.
a sturdy MF machine or device.
I mean,
And
it
that's
looks
another thing,
clean.
too. Like this, look at this. You can even see the bend. Like this is a good product, but it's bending. People enjoy an artisan product. There's people who collect art because they like how it makes them feel. It's the same kind of thing. This is less of a unlike the computers. This is less of a performance product and more of a feel and engagement and sensory product. I guess if that makes
Sure.
sense. This is a feel artisan. It's a feelings project more.
Right. So
It's
I
the
got
first
to
time.
ask the nitty gritty here, Henry, just because you're so passionate. I love it.
If Brian was here and Brian wasn't busy, that would be real
And
dangerous.
I was gonna say, like, you keep saying that this isn't necessarily a performance, focused thing, but at the same time, I think it's just because you are familiar with the keyboard side of things. Talking to you and Brian at Midwest Gaming Classic this year, and just learning about, like, because I just have a normal Razer keyboard. It's like whatever, it's a keyboard. I learned so much, like, just through talking to y'all about what actually makes a good keyboard. To me, it's just like whatever, like I hit the button, but there's so much about the tactile feedback. There's whether you like it more clicky or more smooth. Like, these are things that I had no idea about. So I think in a way, like, yes, it's artisan. Yes, there's a piece of it that's just, it's a good feeling keyboard, but that at the same time, I'm sure you guys are going to, like you do with the PCs, get somebody's feel for what caters to them specifically in a keyboard that they might not even realize they're looking for.
That's a great point, and that's actually something we're actively working on, like constructing there's a couple of things we were going to do. Do we send them switch testers? There's people who all they know is Cherry MX, Cherry switches. Okay, Cherry, and if I'm going to speak on behalf of Brian wherever he is right now. Because there's a world of just switches, and there's people who customize these switches that are already made. They'll replace the springs. They'll like hand lube these switches, and basically almost kind of make their own. Like, that's so cool. You can truly create a one-of-one switch in theory. And so trying to figure out a good way to bring in new people. I think that's kind of what we want to try to do too, is bridge that gap of, okay, there's people who know what they want. They know exactly what they're going to want. They're going to buy our kit. And they're going to build it, and that's great. And then there's people who are kind of dipping their toe in the water. They want to learn more. Okay, there's a billion switches. What's a stabilizer? Okay, what's a stab? Right? There's all these, because again, it's a tight-knit community. There's all of this lingo that a lot of people, I think, don't know. We'll always support them, but we know they half the fun for them is kind of figuring out themselves.
Tinkering.
The people who are honestly kind of like you, Post, who are interested but aren't like, oh, I want my my linear Gatorons. I want my Gatoron Ink Blacks.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
And that's
To be honest.
like that's a great switch, but in my opinion. But there's people who know they want that. That's all they want. They're not going to sell. They're not going to do anything. That's what they want. They're going to build it. They know exactly what kind of keycaps they're going to get. Done. Get the sounds, the thok, the thack, the thonk. I'm not doing a good job of describing the sounds, but
I've never heard a thonk on a keyboard in my life.
You buy the wrong keyboards.
Yeah, you buy the wrong keyboard.
Clearly.
But
when you smash your fist on it.
Yeah, then Post has heard a lot of that in my house while I was working on Thrown Out. Yeah,
I have.
We actually have Brian actively testing all of our PCBs. We want to make sure we're 100% confident in this model. We have a great designer, like famous. His name is Josh Heinebush. You can see him on. Reddit. I didn't dox him. Don't worry. And he's very famous in the keyboard community. Okay, he makes good stuff. Designs great stuff. We're so lucky to have connected with this guy, and he's helped us create. I guess it's like I call it a pseudo original PCB. He has these existing models and kind of brought some things together for us, and we have our logo on it. But we want to quite literally pound the ever living SHIT out of it to make sure this is something that we can.
I can't read. Can you say that again without spelling it?
Well, yeah, pound the ever living shit out of our PCB.
There it is. Thank you.
Josh is like, I'm out of here.
I can't
I'm out of
do
here.
it. I
This
can't
is
wear
a
blue like this.
PG-13.
Yep.
PG-13.
We want to really own it, because if something goes wrong, we don't want to turn around and be like, what the heck happened? Because we need everything that goes out be something we stand behind, and that's when we test our computers before we ship. We don't actually hammer on them, but we digitally hammer on them. We want to make sure we do a burn in, and we want to do something similar with our PCBs. Because honestly, it's a business thing too. It's, as much as we want to make a good product, we also don't want to have deal with an RMA, because we don't want to pay for shipping in. It just wouldn't make sense. We want to have you enjoy it the first time through. Just from a business point of view, purely dirty capitalism. It doesn't make sense to send someone shit.
All right, so planned obsolescence. What about keyboard version 2? I'm just kidding. I'm just totally kidding. I'm kidding. Well, dude, I'm super excited for what the Dark Seraph is what it's called. The Dark. I'm really excited for when that actually comes out and releases. I know I've said this in the past, but I do plan on getting one.
That'd be awesome, man.
Just because I think the look is so badass. And it would look super fucking nice right next to one of your cases. Which, by the way, if anybody wants one of these DarkFusion PCs, whatever you want to say, $150 off. Just mention Bucket Bites because Henry loves us.
It is the best deal
currently.
You can get. Yeah, it is.
And
it is
forever.
The best deal. Yes. Yeah. Contractually, it is. This is the place to be. And we're proud because you know what? This is the Milwaukee crew. And
hell yeah, man.
I mean, for goodness sake, you can get my Brewers hat on here.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Milwaukee was our goal with this keyboard. Milwaukee's our goal with our business, and through and through. So,
well, Henry, awesome, dude. I'm really excited for this Dark Seraph. Although I will say, I wish you spelled it Seraph, like Sans-Seraph.
Like the font, right?
Oh my god!
I will.
You said that. I choked on my. I choked actually on my nuclear coffee.
Because you were so taken aback, not because of its awful quality of coffee, right?
The coffee's fantastic.
All right, good. I paid him well.
The joke really just broke my heart.
That's what I'm here for. But no, Henry, dude, thank you for coming. And I mean, you're free to hang out with us still, but I know you got company over right now, dude, and I don't want to keep you away from your friend that you haven't seen in a long time. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to stay or go. But
I'm gonna burn both parties here. So I kept them waiting, and I'm gonna dip, I think, guys. But seriously,
all right,
thank you so much for having me. And as soon as possible, I want you guys to be the first crew to see this, other than us, of course.
Well, we'll see you at Midwest Gaming Classic, and it better be there.
I will sell it in a charity auction.
That would be cool. That'd actually be really cool.
There's some charity stuff in the works.
So
Well, there's some charity stuff in the works too, kind of that even the
Wink,
other two
wink.
guys here don't know about.
I was just making fun of Linus Tech Tips for selling a prototype
I thought it was
cooler
Right.
for charity. Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I thought it was doing something genuine. Like, okay, let's raise money for the homeless.
No. I meant I'll take it from you to test, and then I'll sell it for charity.
Well, yeah. Well, I think actually their prototype. I remember that this whole, and I gotta go. Their whole thing was it was like a CNC aluminum cooler, right? It was like a $2,000 or $3,000 prototype.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow! That
They were
is,
expecting back, and then it sold to charity.
I
Oh
guess it
no!
wasn't
Really?
good, but that's my hot take.
Wow,
But
dude.
that's pretty poor form. I forgot about that.
No. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, dude, Henry, I
Josh,
appreciate you coming.
At least
Man.
it'll be you. At least it'll be you who did it. And I don't.
You
I
know
don't be
what?
that
All
mad.
right. I appreciate that, buddy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, man.
Of
Can't
course.
wait.
One forever, and I'll talk to you guys all soon.
Peace out, brother. Oh man, good old Henry, man. What a good time, man.
What a guy.
I will. His passion is, you just feel it, man. You can just,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you can just feel it. So that's awesome. Really looking forward to that Dark Seraph thing. Keyboard. I said thing, but you know what I mean. Man,
Take a sip of drink here. I was talking so much.
yeah, you must be getting pretty dry in the mouth over there, Logan.
I was just listening. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Really, really excited because I feel like I've heard something about that before, but I just couldn't remember until you brought it back up.
Well, 1,000,000,000% you didn't hear anything from me because I wouldn't know anything. So you heard
Right.
nothing from me.
No, it was definitely
Not me.
It was a little birdie that was probably on the east side or something.
Yeah, definitely.
It was one of the wild turkeys on the east side that cruise around in packs. That was probably who it was.
Thought you just
remember
meant the
now.
wild turkey that's on the liquor store shelf. Am I right?
Oh.
Ah, boom-ts. Hey, did you guys, speaking of packs, this is not even a topic, but did you guys see like that huge whatever like police presence down in Florida?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that at all?
I didn't.
Okay, we won't spend too much time on it, but apparently, allegedly, there was a bunch of kids that were getting into a fight and they had fireworks and bats or whatever. But there's like this whole like secondary thing going on saying that like there was like a 10-foot alien or something like that.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? How does it go to that?
Okay, because
Yeah.
like there was literally the entire police force at
There
this
was, like,
mall.
Who had to been like close to 100 squad cars.
Oh, dude,
from
there's over 100 squad cars.
For
Easy.
a fight?
Yeah, that's why. And then,
allegedly.
Right.
And then there-
Yeah.
No,
there's
what's funny is
Conspiracy theory comes from.
I saw there's an account where the dude on social media was basically like, I didn't hear about this. My dad's going for sheriff in Miami or whatever, and I didn't know about this, so I talked to my dad. He like FaceTime his dad while his girlfriend or whoever was recording him, and he's like, I am not liberty to even talk about it. I can't talk about it whatsoever.
I would have just loved like
No
'cause
details.
Post said the alien thing. Like the cop like answers the FaceTime. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And there's like an alien in the background. He's like,
I'm not at liberty to say
Yeah,
anything right now.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
Oh, dude, just angles the camera just enough
Yeah.
so you can see without him having to say, "Oh, dude." But no, there's like some bullshit like videos on TikTok showing stuff, and then there's other conspiracies saying, "Well, if all the cops were there, what was happening on the other end of town? What were they trying to
Oh.
hide? And it's
Got
which
it.
all
Got
raises really good point. I think a lot of conspiracy theories are really fucking dumb,
Yeah.
but I will say
99% of them.
right. But the reason that conspiracies are good, in my opinion, is it forces people to dig, and sometimes you find out some truths that would have otherwise not been unearthed.
Well, I mean, that's how we got the Clinton blowjob.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Came
saying.
from another investigation on the what was it? I forget what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember, dude. I was like 7 years old.
Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's one of those things though where it's just like you could easily just say it's like a terribly inept police department that just
Yeah.
sent way too many people for something. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. it's funny because close to around that time when that really was making waves, I did see something else where basically some CIA analyst was claiming that the alleged aliens, I wouldn't say from this, but at least he was speaking in terms of them coming to Earth is basically humans apparently in the future coming back in time and coming to Earth, which is like, what?
So
they're not aliens, they're future humans that have left Earth and are now returning to Earth,
but coming back in time,
back to the past.
Yep.
Wait,
correct. Yeah, which is like, this has like a perfect plot for a video game.
And hold on, real quick. So these people from the future came to the past, and now they chose the year 2024, and they chose Florida.
Hey, they probably heard.
They didn't come back to like 9/11, and they're like, "Stop! Don't fly this plane."
Well, maybe that's what set forth in motion the. I don't know. My favorite conspiracy was where a woman took the coordinates of the Florida thing and like flipped them in reverse, and it goes to like Antarctica, because apparently there's a conspiracy that there's an alien civilization living under Antarctica. So like that they somehow like put the wrong coordinates in there, whatever. I don't know how this should work. It fucking killed me. So conspiracies are fun.
Yeah, people really go down some rabbit holes. It's a double-edged sword because unfortunately our government knows that we like getting into those type of rabbit holes. So unfortunately they like to press news to distract if something else is happening.
Sure.
That's flags, man.
All the time.
That's a false flag operation. I'm Alex Jones. There's no aliens in Florida. It's a false flag.
That if I ever redo an intro for this show, I'm using that clip right there.
Perfect.
That's just it was so good.
Aziza and I were actually just talking about did you guys ever watch Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theory TV show?
No.
Oh, all right. It's pretty good.
Talk about it.
It's pretty good. It was called Conspiracy Theory, and I don't remember what was on True TV, and Jesse Ventura hosted it. And you guys know who Jesse Ventura is. He was a wrestler, and then he was the governor of Minnesota.
Oh,
and my favorite thing was the first episode. He goes to investigate the HARP system. So if you don't know what the HARP system is, it's like this conspiracy theory that the government has this giant machine that shoots radio waves into the sky and can control the weather.
Oh, that's like the chemtrails, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Joe Rogan had something like that too.
Of course. Yeah, Joe Rogan loves conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So my favorite part about it though is so they have this like government facility, I forget where like supposedly the HARP system is. And Jesse Ventura goes there. Yeah, it's in Alaska. And Jesse Ventura goes there. And with this fucking big burly, I'm Jesse Ventura. I was a Navy SEAL. I was a wrestler. He's like, let me in. I want to see what they're doing in here. And they're like, sir, you can't come in here. And he's just like, I was a governor. You can't let me in. And he's got like this long, crazy hair. And he just looks like a weirdo. And they're like, no, we can't just let you in. So immediately, my favorite thing about conspiracy theorists is he turns to the camera. He's like, they won't let me in. What are they hiding? Of course, dude. So that's literally like every episode is just like he goes to some government place and he's like, let me in. I was a governor. And they're like, no. And he's like, what are they hiding? Every time.
Dude, it's dude. And that feeds it, man. The people follow and listen, man. It's all
like,
true.
What are they hiding?
Dude, it just more questions. That's what.
So shout out to Jesse Ventura, governor of Minnesota.
Is he still?
Former governor.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But you always refer to him as governor. It's like Mr. President, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, would you still refer to Arnold Schwarzenegger as
governor? Yeah,
governor?
You have to. Yeah. It's what it comes with the territory, man.
I suppose that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Wow, that turned into a much larger conversation than I expected it to be.
Just got to get me on Jesse Ventura.
Dude, hell yeah. Dude, welcome to Bucket Bites, the new conspiracy podcast on
Go
Spotify
watch
weekly.
Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. It was a wild show. Alex Jones was on it a bunch, and this was like
That doesn't surprise
pre-awards.
me at all.
So it's crazy to see like what he's like, where he started, you know, because it was just back when he was like an AM radio guy. And Jesse Ventura would be like, "What do you think of the HARP system?" And he'd be like, "Oh, the government's controlling the weather. Oh, they're making it rain when it needs to rain. Oh, Hurricane Sandy, that was the government." So it's great. Go watch it.
I just can't, man. I could just for the lulls.
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
100%.
Like if you find yourself being like, "Yeah, that's a good point," like just turn it off, please.
Yeah, dude. So actually, it's so. Dude, the worst part is like I've watched different conspiracy shows, and like I'm like, well, that's actually a decent point. That's a real good question. When then, yeah, you got to turn it off, or you will.
Yeah,
1
for me, that's
billion.
Ancient Aliens. Like when I start like believing the guy with the crazy hair on Ancient Aliens, I'm like, all right, I've been watching too long. I got to turn this shit off. Like maybe the pyramids were aliens. I don't know.
Maybe, dude. I don't know, man. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
What happens?
We're not.
You fall down the rabbit holes, man.
Yep.
There's so many of them.
Oh yeah.
But let's switch gears to something a little different. Just something interesting. CES just happened. We're not going to really talk. I don't know how much you guys saw or really watched.
That is the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It just took place last week. Started on Monday or Tuesday, I think. But there's a couple of things that came out of that. There's a new handheld thing. Like we were talking, we had the Legion Go on the show. Josh and I both have it. You got the Steam Deck. Now there's going to be one from MSI, right?
Yeah.
Which is going to be using all Intel stuff.
Yes, but it runs Steam OS.
Oh, I didn't. So I didn't read. I didn't deep dive into it. I just saw that it's running the Intel Arc GPU, which is cool because it's. I'm really hoping that Intel can kind of really break into this GPU space just to be another competitor in the market to help bring shit down just a little bit.
I like Intel on a like onboard level.
Yeah.
I don't like Intel on a we're going to enter the external GPU card market.
That's true. That's fair.
Because Nvidia is coming after them on the integrated GPU market with like the Switch, whatever the Tegra, that's what it's called. So like Intel always had that market cornered with like laptops and stuff where they always had the Intel HD integrated graphics. So like I think they definitely need to like up their game on integrated graphics. I don't think we need an Intel graphics card.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Did anybody buy those? The Arc?
That's why they're throwing them in a handheld.
Right. So
but low power usage, though. I mean, those things are really, I mean, they're real. That's what they're designed for. So hopefully these MSI machines are going to have really good battery life, along with it. So it's interesting though that it's also that the device is actually significant, like 25% heaviver.
That's interesting.
Or something like that. It's something crazy. It's like a lot heavier. So there was that. There's this. Remember how we had the whole 3D TV era kind of coming? Well, now the new thing is not really a new thing, but it's transparent TVs. We've had transparent displays kind of for a while, but I guess they're starting to make consumer grade transparent fucking displays for your home.
As much as 3D TV was a fad, transparent displays are going to be the biggest fad ever, because who the fuck needs them? The only people that need transparent TVs are rich people who have like rock walls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Right.
Like, why do you need to see through your TV to see a blank ass wall behind it? No. The only reason you would need a TV is for if you're rich and you have a fucking Bugatti that you need to fucking put this in
And
front of.
realistically, a lot of those rich people, they have like automated, I don't know, entertainment centers that
where they come out of the floor.
Lift up.
Yeah.
Because my TV lets you like take a picture of your wall and then it'll like fill in the space and like match your wall.
Oh,
and
wow.
I remember thinking to myself, but I was like, what the fuck? My wall, it's just fucking drywall. Like, who cares?
Yeah, you can see my mount back there. Ooh.
Yeah, like why do I want my TV to match my wall? And then that's when I got to thinking, I'm like, oh, this is for like fancy people who have like a fucking like granite wall or some shit.
Or the ones where they were marketing for, they look like paintings.
Yes.
And then like,
yo, that shit is cool as fuck, though.
Yeah,
that shit is really cool.
That is really cool because they do nice decorative edging frames.
Yeah,
where it full on looks like a painted picture, like or a photograph or whatever, and then turns on and you got your TV. It's just like that's cool. But transparent, get it out of here.
Transparent don't matter. Waste of money.
Yeah, that's what he said. You heard it from the guy over there.
The only place that works is in a Spectrum store in the mall, like where they have to have TVs on like a glass wall or something that you can see through. That is the only time that is useful.
I've seen even like 10 years ago almost now, really good examples of transparent displays, like really cool on like side panels for PCs. Or I saw they used to have really cool like Budweiser like coolers that had the transparent screen.
Yeah,
with,
or on
refrigerators.
Thank you, refrigerators. That's like perfect. Like
that would be sick.
Yeah, you have a transparent screen that has so you can see inside. You don't have to open up your fridge. Yeah,
it's the practical use is more so for aesthetics more than anything.
Exactly. Like this is a great idea for something, not necessarily just standalone displays.
Right. Yeah. No, displays are, I don't know. I really want OLED prices to come down. Just talking about TVs for a minute. I really need a new TV sometime soon. And my wife's like, why do you need to have an OLED TV? It's so expensive. And I'm like, let's go to Best Buy and I will show you. And yeah,
did she
it's night and day.
Get it after?
She understood. Oh, she got it. I mean, you could go like QNED, which is the mini LED technology, which almost looks as good.
I have a QLED, and I would never wish that upon my worst enemy.
If you get the QN, so the mini LED is really kind of good.
Is QN better than just the regular size QL?
Because so QN is just mini LED.
Yeah.
So it's still LED, but you got much more, I guess I don't know how the technology works, but it's just mini LED is like the next thing right before OLED. And I really wanted that. And
because I bought a QLED TV a couple years back, and I think I've complained about this on this show before. So I went and looked at them and they looked great, but the problem is they only showed off bright scenes. Bright scenes on this TV look amazing. Anytime it's a dark scene and there's any kind of contrast, it's the backlight. It's a mirror. That's all it is.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
so
man.
Even if I have all the lights off in the room, like in a dark scene, I'm just looking at myself in the TV reflection, and I'm so disappointed because I had an OLED before that, but it was a lot smaller.
Oh, and, you need something to fill up space better.
Right. And I gave that one to my mom, and every time I go over to my mom's house, I'm just like, you fucking bastard. Like,
you're so lucky.
I'm like, you guys don't even know. Like, this like great TV. They're like, yeah, we really like it. I'm like, so did I.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, so
dude, it's stupid. Well, the worst part is my living room, I have this really elongated room, and my seating area is far away. So, like, I can't just go and get, like, a 55 or 50-inch OLED or TV. Like, we have a 60-inch up there right now, and it's too small.
Oh,
wow. It's like, that's how far away. Like, we're talking, like, 15 feet almost.
Yeah, I understand. Mine's 87. Like, I get it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I'm like, shit, I don't think I could, if I was going to buy one, it has to be 75 or larger.
Right.
So, I don't know. But, yeah, that's that. But while we were at Best Buy with that, they had the other display, the picture frame one. Mm-hmm. And my daughter did not believe me that it was a TV until I said, watch. And then it switches and does all this stuff. And I'm like, isn't that fucking awesome, dude? It's so cool.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is way cooler to me than a transparent display.
Yeah. No,
because even
I
like
agree.
on a transparent display on like a phone, like why would you like, I'm trying to think of when you would need a transparent display.
So you can watch all the hand wrinkles in your hand.
Like the only thing I can think is like if we're going back to Google Glass, like the
Sure. Sure.
glasses, like then
Yeah.
maybe. But
Maybe it's just a step in the evolution of technology. Like there's a lot of stupid things that we see, but really it just kind of further elevates other parts of the technology where it actually works.
that's true.
So-
Yeah.
So, but I figured just while we're on the topic of TVs, just real quick, Logan wanted to ask. Looks like he's struggling with some shows to watch again.
Ooh.
I mean,
Or
kind of.
is this a recommendation?
It's a recommendation for
Okay.
sure. It's a mini series. I think it's only like 4 or 5 episodes, and they're each like 45 minutes, so it's not terribly long. And my wife actually started watching it this week. And I came home, we had dinner, started watching it. I got hooked. It was really, really interesting. The undertone of the entire series ultimately is pushing for being a vegan, but they went into great depth of explaining basically how unhealthy everything that we're eating on a regular basis. And the premise and how they showed that was they had identical twins, and essentially they had them, one person was on a regular carnivore diet and the other one was vegan, and they showed in depth basically the results when they're working out, eating that food and stuff like that, because they're them being identical twins.
Mm-hmm. So Logan, I just real quick, I thought this was gonna lead into kind of like a Super Size Me type thing where one kid gets fed McDonald's and the other one gets fed salads or whatever.
No. So they're both
that's kind of where I was going with
diets.
that.
They're both
Okay.
clean, healthy diets for sure. But if you've done any digging, it wouldn't take very long into the meat processing procedure and where majority of our like ground beef or salmon or whatever comes from. It's really unhealthy. There's no real regulations to it. And I believe that I think they were saying that cows, their burps and farts are super pollution heavy, which is wild. I never really realized how horrible it is for the pollution. But yeah, so it was just really an interesting take. It's not like I'm trying to push the vegan topic by any means, but it made me think twice of like, I don't know, maybe supplemental, not going so hard in the paint on just red meat protein, maybe introduce some beans for protein, stuff like that. So
Chickpeas, right?
Dude.
I think a lot of different types of beans really are a good source of protein. So
You can like low-key, like this is kind of weird because I'm a chunky fucking dude, but like just air fried garbanzo beans or chickpeas are such just a little bit of salt on them. It's such a good snack, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like oh my God, dude. That was like when I try to watch what I'm eating, that's like one of my go-tos. It's so good, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So they even went in depth of like basically talking about like the different types of fat that we hold, like as far as the unhealthy type that's in around your intestines that can cause certain diseases and stuff like that.
Subcutaneous, whatever.
I can't remember the term, all these fancy terms, but
subcutaneous fat.
Yes, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the bad stuff. And what else? There was a New York mayor, I believe I can't remember if he was former or current, but he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. His vision was going. He was tingle in the fingers and losing feeling, and they basically prescribed him all this medication. Essentially, it was like, this is your life now. And for whatever reason, he decided not to just jump on the pill wagon and find another way. Read a book, got in touch with a guy, changed up his whole diet, completely reversed his type 2 diabetes. And when he went into his doctor later, she was like, "Oh, looks like the pills are working for you." And he's like, "Nope." And he's like, I laid them all out for her and be like, "Yeah, I didn't take any. I was able to reverse it." And sent her the book, and she was like, "I was never taught any of this in school. This is the first time I ever heard that you could reverse diabetes." So there's a lot of beneficial things to being on a vegan plant-based diet, apparently even better erections. They did a study with like 4 or 5 dudes and analyzed their sleep erections, because guys get erections while they sleep.
Erections?
Yeah.
Oh, so they just have more wet dreams. Okay.
So they tested the quality of them, if you will, and the percentage of how better they were increased by 300%.
Well, I was gonna say like that's a testosterone thing. Like generally speaking, eating cleaner increases your testosterone output. Like
that would make sense.
Yeah, insanely. There's a lot of studies about that.
They even did it with the women too. That they did, and there was one older lady.
Great boners too.
Yeah.
No. They without going in too much graphic detail, they essentially analyzed.
You get graphic.
They analyzed their
anal.
What? No.
You said analyzed.
They analyzed.
Okay.
Analyzed.
Anal.
They're just being able to be in the mood, if you will. And there was one older lady that she's probably in her mid to late 60s, and she increased by like 360%.
Libido.
From being on a vegan diet. So it was really interesting. It was a good, easy watch. Good entertainment, good information. If you're ever considering about just trying to go cleaner, more alternative way, it's definitely a fire starter for sure.
So, Logan, I have to ask you. You've talked about everything about this show. I still don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
Oh, my bad. It's called You Are What You Eat, a twins experiment.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You are
so quite
what
literally
you eat.
what you described. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So
okay.
Easy watch. Worth it.
You said there's like 6 45-minute episodes?
Less than that. I think there's only 5 or 4.
That's like that's I do this thing when I'm working sometimes. I'll just throw on some show while I'm working and listen to it like it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost.
Oh yeah.
And
from that standpoint, it would be perfect just to throw on the background, because there's a lot of good information. It's not like you have to watch everything, but there is some really, I wouldn't say graphic things, but they show off some really eye-opening. It's kind of like those college courses where they get a little on their pedestal preachy, talking about how unhealthy the meat industry is and stuff like that, and they show like the factory farms and the factory chicken farms and shit like that. So it's like they really try to push on your emotion side of like, that's terrible, one of those deals. But it's really good. I think they did a nice job with it. So
I'll probably check it out next week for sure. Actually, this is a really good segue, because Josh, would you consider that like an anthology? Well, because it's not multi-seasons. No. Josh, what do you mean by what do you mean by that?
So one thing I was noticing, because Aziz and I have been watching a lot of TV lately, and a couple of the shows we've been watching, and over time, there's been a rise in anthology shows lately. So what that means is
I know what you mean. I'm stupid.
Every season is its own story. So like Fargo, if you've watched the Fargo TV show, every season is its own thing. True Detective, every season is its own thing. American Horror Story, every season is its own thing. So I was wondering, like, what we all thought about anthology series where like everything's wrapped up nicely, even like a limited series, like the Curse just ended today. We just watched the last episode of that.
Okay.
So like a limited series or an anthology versus like a multi-season thing. Because with the rise of streaming, it seems like that's kind of, we're seeing less and less like multi-season shows.
Yeah.
Like even what you're describing, Logan, kind of sounds like it's just a straight shot documentary type thing, and it's over.
Yeah.
You don't go anywhere from there.
They definitely marketed that as a mini series. Like they, in the title, mini series, and then it tells you are what you eat, a twins experiment type thing. So it's interesting.
there's so many good docu-series type thing, mini-series, as you will, like Chernobyl was a really good one.
Was another good one, yeah.
That surprised the shit out of me how good that show was. It's a really good question to ask. Like, you're kind of asking what's better? Like, what do you prefer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So like, it's hard for me. Like, I love shows like Lost and like Breaking Bad. Like those have the staying power. If you got really good narratives, keep going until the wheels fall off. Breaking Bad didn't. Breaking Bad ended when it should have, which was great.
Right. Right.
But there's something not charming. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But there's something nice about an anthology type show where you get through the entire story in one season and go from there. So, what's the name of that show I was talking about previously where it's like there's the detective. If I asked my wife, she would know. That's almost like a multi-season show, but each season.
Oh, you talking about True Detective?
No.
Because True Detective was like that too, right?
Yeah,
on HBO. Because each season was its own storyline for what was happening, and then it would shift to a whole different storyline.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It shifts to a completely different thing. I think Post is saying it follows like the same character.
Hey, Mama Post, real quick. What was that show that we watched with the detective? Do you remember? I don't know.
Is it the one with the 3 years?
Yeah, and they stopped the show. No, not with the multi-years. The show where the girl like
one.
You know what I'm talking? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Give me enough information.
The show with the detective, and he's got like that weird thing with the people stepping on his fingers.
Oh,
Shit. We forgot about it already, I guess.
Yeah, both of is.
Well, it's funny because they ended the show. Like, the show is over.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Detective, the people stepping on his
Yeah, I talked about it on the show once before. I don't think any of you guys have watched it. If you don't know Mama Post, that's okay.
No, I'm gonna figure it out. Hold on. Sinner.
Oh, The Sinner.
Oh,
Sinner.
That's a show that is kind of like it's a multi-season show, but each season is its own kind of story. So it's kind of an anthology in that way, but it's in a continuation,
Okay.
I guess. So, but all right, thank you, Mama Post. That was great.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Thanks for being on Bucket Bites for the first time.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
But no, that's a
from,
really good show.
Fuck.
Yeah, I forget what he's from.
Yeah. Shit. I'm going.
Really
to
good show, worth checking out if you like a show where the season wraps up its own story every time.
Sure.
But it is like in continuation at the same time. It's like that show really struck a good chord with me. Really good show.
Dad
Season
from
3 was the best.
Casper movie.
Yes,
in the
the
90s.
dad from Casper.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's
And
funny. I didn't even get to IMDb. I ended up getting to IMDb news on him, and they were talking about the show that you're talking about. But
The Sinner, yeah.
I was like, man, what is his face? And I was like, oh, Casper. Sorry.
Casper,
I got it.
yeah.
Well, man,
I got it.
he was also in Independence Day. He was a big part.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
He was the president, wasn't he, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I guess to answer your question, Josh, these days with my I think a lot of people are this way too, more short-sighted and more like need it now, need it fast. I think these anthology seasons are really good, and I almost prefer them.
Really?
Unless unless it's a long, so like there's exceptions to the rule, like everything, you know?
Okay.
Like Stranger Things is one. If you're talking just strictly like Netflix, like Stranger Things is not it's a continuation. That's a fantastic, beautiful show. Same thing with Witcher or whatever else. you can't really. Unless you have a good narrative and good writing, I much prefer. It's easier to tell a better story that's more cohesive in short form.
Yeah,
I think.
if you know the ending.
Yeah, than it would be if you like shows all the time. You watch shows all the time, they just fucking fall apart because the writing gets so bad because they don't know what the fuck to do anymore.
Or they know
Yeah.
that they have to wrap up, so they just like the last 2 episodes or even the last episode. It's like the series is done. You're watching. The reason why I'm saying this is fresh in my brain is Ozark. If you ever watched that,
Oh yeah.
there was
Jericho was another one.
the last half hour, 45 minutes of the episode for the series. There's so much left to wrap up.
What are you talking about? We just have to have the kid with the shotgun out of nowhere, even though he's.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the whole show. I plan on watching it.
I mean, you don't know what kid I'm talking about. Which kid?
I don't. I do plan on watching that show. I got through the first like season and a half,
Gotcha.
and then I fell off.
Yeah,
But
no, I'm with
sorry.
you. The ending of Ozark is so out of nowhere. Just and yeah,
It was a roller coaster, and then they're building, and then straight line down, and then the movie's done. It was just like, what?
Yeah, it
Wow.
feels like
The series is done. Not
it
movie.
feels like they had 10 more episodes, and then they were just like, "Fuck it, we don't have the money, just fucking whatever." Just end
Yeah.
it
That's
right
a
here,
shame.
okay. Yeah.
That's a shame 'cause I really like that
still
show from what I watched.
I was gonna say I still recommend watching the entire show. It's still
Yeah.
really good, but
Yeah,
it just ends too
fantastic.
soon.
Yeah. It I think it was directed by Jason Bateman too.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
makes it that much cooler.
Let's get Cliff on here. Let's complain to him about
Yeah,
the
let's
end of
go
Ozark.
I'll reach out. Do you want him back? I'll bring him back.
Yeah, let's bring him back. I don't even know if he still worked on it at that point.
Oh,
I
that's
don't-
right. No, I forgot about that.
I think
he did work on that.
said,
Yeah, he did.
I think he said he worked
he
on the
he
first
knows
season,
Jason.
though.
Was it that? I was gonna say all I really remember him was talking about Jason Bateman and how he was actually kind of a cool dude. And
Yeah.
And
He was
something,
he was
so.
a PA on Ozark, but I think it
Yeah.
was like one of the first 2 seasons or something.
gotcha. Okay. What about you, Logan? I just to kind of actually, Josh is the one that asked the question. I'm kind of curious.
Well, and that's the weird thing is like because I love a miniseries because like you said, it is interesting, like knowing that because like The Curse is the one that I can point to because we literally just finished it right before we started the show, and so like knowing that this show was going to be 10 episodes, like I knew going in, like all right, we're on episode 8, like we're getting close to the end of like the entire thing, not just the season. So like I know things are going to be wrapping up soon. So like you watch it differently because you know there's a finite endpoint. Whereas if I'm watching, season 3 of Lost, I don't know how many seasons I'm going to get of Lost. So
Yeah.
like while I know that this is the end of maybe this season's arc, where are we going to go in the future? So they're 2 very different watching experiences, and I
Yes.
like them both for their own reasons.
I think that's
fair.
the only. It's the right answer. I think it's really the only answer.
There is no right answer. It's just,
It's
that's
a
why I wanted to
solid,
talk about it. Like, what do you guys prefer?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a solid articulated answer given they both have their advantages. It's apples and oranges for sure. And you can like both for what they are. One's citrus and one's an apple.
Yeah. We should call Dom to get his answer too. I'm curious what the young person. We have his number now.
Oh, that's true.
No, we're not. I'm not gonna
No,
go.
he's not here. He doesn't get involved.
He doesn't get a say. All right,
No,
fair enough.
He's too busy getting ice cream.
Hey, Josh,
Yeah.
On him for seconds.
get the bucket.
Oh, are we bucketing?
We're bucketing. Oh my God, he gets worse and worse every day.
Yeah, it's like you have to like I don't know, smash him on the ground so you start get chunks breaking off of him. There we go.
Oh no, not just now. It's a sex toy. Oh
Yeah.
boy. You couldn't do it with the eyes, but yeah, everything changes when the eyes aren't looking. Anyways, welcome to Sound Bites. There we go.
There we go.
now it's a butthole. Oh man. Anyways, welcome to Sound Bites. Josh has curated 7 sounds, and he called this "Dad versus Dad."
Yeah. So this was an idea I had. You both have children.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think around the same age-ish.
Not really.
No.
But I mean, you meet in the middle, right? Like,
I'm pretty sure my kids are like,
over
his kids aren't even in school yet. Well, like outside of
yeah, but like your youngest post is
early.
what, like 4 years old now?
No.
Oh. Oh.
He's
I don't know.
No.
I don't know how
He's gonna be
babies
10
work.
this year. He's
So
gonna
anyway,
be 10 this year.
So I figured I'd match up some I would bring together some children's TV show themes. And I tried to make it so that they were wide enough net where kids
Could
of
be both ends.
yes, I was
Gotcha.
trying.
Oh, these are all
So,
kids show. Oh,
these
boy.
are all kids shows. I'm
Kids
sure you've heard
shows.
them many times. You've heard the theme songs to these shows.
Okay.
Because I'm an uncle and I've heard them many times. So
Oh shit. Oh, dude, I'm okay. All right.
so that is why
you
this
might
is
be fine. You might be fine. You might smoke me.
this is the dad versus dad challenge. I only have 7. So
All right.
That's fine. All right, Logan, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, quick sound test.
I lied.
Sounds good.
Hold on, let me do it again.
I lied.
All right, cool. We're good. All right. Soundbite number 1.
Louis.
Logan got that right away.
Dude, fuck
Louis.
this game. Fuck this. I don't even know what that is. Bluey?
Yeah,
You
it's
don't know
Australian.
Bluey,
I thought you
should
said Louis
actually-
at first.
No, Bluey. You should watch it. It's actually a really good show.
People love
Is it?
Bluey, dude.
Yeah. Bluey's the shit.
I've only heard of that show. I know nothing else about it.
Oh, it's Bluey. He's a little dog. She's a little dog.
Yes.
Sorry.
So like Blue's Clues?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Number 2.
I almost had Blue's
Oh.
Clues on here though.
Oh, so it means it's not.
It's not on here. Blue's Clues is not on here.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Number 2.
Cocomelon.
Yep. Wow, dude. Logan's killing it. Yeah.
Okay, we
All
can
right,
we can just
2-0.
we can fuck this game right off.
Hey, you can still come back. There's 7.
Looks like Post doesn't pay attention to what his kids are watching. Although Cocomelon might be a little after.
The Bluey wasn't even a show when my kids were that young.
I don't know. It might have been.
No, hold on, I gotta look. I gotta know now. Bluey release date.
Cause like my nephew's 10. He watched Bluey.
My
Yeah,
youngest.
2018, dude.
All
2018.
right, my son never watched Bluey. I don't think.
All right.
My daughter was 8 years old at the time, so I guess.
Well, I guess I understand your daughter, but your son. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm a bad father. All right, here we go. Next one.
All right, next one.
I'm Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
I was gonna say, some of these are so obvious because like the voice comes in.
Yeah.
But yeah, Post got that one easy.
All right. See? 2-1.
My kids have never watched that show either.
You just heard Peppa Pig.
I-
Hi, I'm Peppa Pig.
I've heard it. I've heard the so on Xbox Game Pass, there's a Peppa Pig video game that
Yeah.
I had played on stream.
Okay,
So
Louis actually has a video game off topic. Speaking
that's
of,
true
really?
too. Yeah, it just came out. Yeah,
just dropped. Yeah.
yeah.
is it any good?
I don't know. It's
The Peppa
probably
Pig-
good because it's Bluey.
It's Bluey, dude.
The
Could be
Peppa
good.
game was all right. All right, here we go. Next one.
All right.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
DMCA on my stream, yeah now. Ooh, ooh,
Oh yeah,
ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
yeah. You stop it soon. Don't let
I'll
it
just
play
sing over it.
forever.
All right. Ooh, tie game now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Here we go. Number
I think these next 3 are going to be anybody's game.
it could be anybody's game. All right, here we go. Next, number 5.
Oh, this is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah,
Fuck. Dude, I'm like, why does this sound? Oh no, Disney, don't come for me.
yeah. Disney, come on.
No
Oh,
Disney.
boy.
Oh man. Hey, just real quick, Logan, does Josh look interesting to you at all? Or is it just
No.
on my end?
It's on your end. He looks fine.
All right.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything, but for whatever reason, the stream no, don't look it up. You just look
Oh my god! What the fuck happened to me?
I don't know.
I'm gonna leave it.
All right.
I'm like a compression monster.
You are.
What's
It's
going
like
on?
also it's funny because sometimes you turn into like a posterized version of yourself
Huh.
where it's like
Okay.
3 or 4 colors. It's pretty great.
Okay.
All
I'll
right,
take it.
so all right, so Logan 3, Papa 2. Number 6.
Oh,
Elmo's Elmo. Or,
Elmo's
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I was like, what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Oh, does that mean
Oh
it
my
comes
God.
down to
It
the
comes
last
down to
one?
this one. Yeah,
Last
my game.
one.
Oh my god. All
Oh,
right.
shit. Damn it, I wish I was prepared for this. I should have had some kind of meme one. All
This
right,
will be interesting.
number 7.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
Mr. Rogers.
Would you be mine?
You're close.
Why won't
You're
you be
close.
my neighbor?
It's Daniel Tiger's neighborhood, a land of make-believe. Won't you ride along with
All right, you guys, you don't get it now.
It's Daniel Tiger's neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Never heard of that one.
Oh, it's like an animated version of
Oh, okay.
the little Daniel Tiger puppet.
Shit.
And it's based off of. I'd give it to Post because Post said Mr. Rogers. It's a spinoff.
Right.
It's
Mr. Rogers.
definitely
yeah.
not. It wasn't.
Wasn't technically not right, but yeah.
I wouldn't. As much as I want to take credit, I don't think I should take credit.
I'd give it to you though. If it's a tie game, and we're we got to
Right.
give it to somebody. You were
Right.
closest.
All right. Yeah,
Easy.
fuck you, Logan. Ah!
All right.
Suck it.
You know what this means? Post is better dad. That's what I got.
Oh.
That's probably not true. I'm an awful dad.
I'm just kidding. No, you didn't even know fucking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, dude.
No, I did. I just am slow. I'm old and I have gray hair. Right here.
Right here.
You can see it. Josh,
All right,
thank you
well,
for putting that together.
Yeah, that was Dad v Dad.
That was good. I like it.
Just a random idea I had. I'm glad it kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, Logan, can we get your friend Josh on the show so I can do a Josh free Josh?
Oh,
I'll
Josh v
just-
Josh flicks. We just
Oh.
we do searches to see like if there's a movie on Josh flicks.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoever doesn't have it loses.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
I
We should.
actually like
I'll
this
get
game.
Josh.
hit him
Yeah,
up.
he-
Hit him up.
oh yeah, he. I'm sure he'd be interesting to have on the podcast. Him being a programmer for Grubhub.
Dude, it'll be the greatest conversation that I could take no part in. It'll be great. Like I do a really bad job of talking over people, but I could literally just not say anything because I don't know anything about programming.
It's me and other Josh are talking programming stuff
Yeah.
It'd be great.
and running Plex servers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'd be great.
It's, I'll talk to him. I was supposed to actually meet up with him this week, and I told him last week, Wednesday or Thursday, and Thursday night I realized what day it was. And I was like, shit. So I texted him, like, you want to reschedule? He's like, oh, yeah, for sure. So, oops.
Oh, that was supposed to be tonight, you said?
No. It was
Oh.
supposed to be either Wednesday or Thursday. And Thursday night, I realized it's
You had already passed it.
the 2-day window that we were shooting for. Yeah.
That's all right. That's
Life.
okay.
Yeah. It was a busy week.
I guess we could rapid fire through some of these last topics. There's a new control game in the works by Remedy.
Yeah, multiplayer.
And is it going to be a multiplayer game? Well, hold on.
Yes.
Are we talking about the same thing? Are we talking about Firebreak?
Yes.
We are
FBC Firebreak. Yes.
Yeah. Why does that not turn me on?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just hear multiplayer Remedy, and I don't get turned on.
The idea is that it's going to be like a thing where you team up and kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Is it a
Contain
PvE?
alter world events. It's
I mean, that sounds
PvE,
kind of
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it sounds PvE
I wouldn't pay money for it though.
based on the patent. Like, obviously, they haven't announced this or shown anything.
Sure.
This was
Oh,
just-
sure. I thought the name was weird, and I'm like, if that's going to be a Control 2 type thing, I'm not. But I don't know.
I don't know if it'll be a Control 2. I think it's going to be more so like a like what the FBC was doing in Alan Wake 2. Like, I think it's just that. It's just going to be shit the FBC is doing elsewhere.
So it's basically going to be Alan Wake's American Nightmare 2.
Kinda, yeah.
Basically,
I was thinking this was going to be something like a Dead by Daylight almost, where like there's different, or like a Left 4 Dead. That's a better
okay.
idea.
Yeah.
Where like there's different chapters that you can play through.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of fun.
Based on what I read, again, who knows what this is actually going to be.
I'm not the target audience for that. I do not have a hard on. But who knows? It could be like Horde mode in Gears of War, where I had a shit ton of fun. So
that's true. Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Speaking of Alan Wake, he's on Dead by Daylight now as a character, as a survivor.
Sure
no
is.
Dom here to talk about it, so I guess we'll just go fuck ourselves.
Yeah. I never played that game once. I don't know if I will now that Alan Wake is in it, but his voice lines were really good.
Well, Matthew Peretta.
Peretta.
I heard he killed it. I haven't heard anything, but I heard he killed it.
He did a very good job. Very good job.
Yeah. By the way, Alan Wake Alan Wake 2 Game of the Year, Bucket Bites. Listen to our end of the year episode.
It is not mid. Do not listen to Buzzword.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, speaking. We haven't given them the time. They were nice enough to have us on their podcast.
That's true.
So I just want to give them a shout out. Buzzword. Make sure you go check them out. Another Milwaukee-based podcast, and Josh is slowly turning into a PS1 character on my screen.
I love
actually
this
amazing.
is on purpose.
That's you. It looks like
Cheryl.
Yes. Oh, dude, so good. But no, we had some good conversations there. Gearhead will hate me. I'm pretty sure we talked about Gearhead a little bit on that, and
Certainly
if he's still out there. But
I found out that
dudes.
Logan is the only friend Post ever made from work.
God, shut up, dude. Okay, listen, Linda. That's not You don't count. Yeah, that was like high school. High school doesn't count, bro.
Yeah, but we
that and Dom and I are lower on the tier of the
That's
crew.
right. Yep. Yeah.
We're lower tier.
Oh, did you end up listening to it, Logan?
You didn't see? I posted it on my Instagram of.
I don't go on Instagram ever.
Oh yeah,
I did see it.
Yep.
I did see you post that.
I definitely called it out.
I'd like to point out I immediately defended both of you guys.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, just the fact that it came out that way, I was just like, I'm not pissed, but I'm like, what the.
So for those who are unaware, we went on the show and they introduced us as Josh and Ryan Bucket Bites, and I was like, well, half of Bucket Bites.
Yeah.
Is that how it went? I really don't even remember. I wasn't even drinking either.
And the guy goes, oh yeah, well, I mean, you guys are like the cooler guys of the group anyways. And I was like, the fuck?
And then I immediately
top
just went,
liver.
I just went, well, now that Logan and Dominic have stopped listening, we can do the really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I was just like,
I love those guys. They're fun.
Surprised beef with these guys all of a sudden.
Oh, good, because I'm gonna have Duncan come back on the show.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him yet, but I know he wants to. So they were on the show back a year and a half ago now. So
wow.
that'll be exciting.
Yeah, before we existed.
Yeah, before when it was just me and Profe. Which I reached out to Profe on Discord the other day.
Yeah, bringing him back.
No,
Giving us the boot.
He ignored me.
Oh.
He hates me now. Welcome to Sad Bites. I'm your host, Papa Post.
Well, I mean,
everybody hates
to be
me.
fair, I would also hate you if you tried to replace me with 3 people who did not come near to combining into my manly gorgeousness.
Dude, Profe is a beautiful man.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, and he's got the hair, dude.
I know.
Oh.
You can't even combine us into a Profe.
And no, well, there's only, we're about 10% of the never mind. So I wanted to know, Logan, just real quick. We could probably end on. We got two more. What is this YouTube algorithm exploit? Because we really need to make it
That's true.
on the tubes. And don't even talk to Josh because like he doesn't need to know. He's already a professional YouTuber.
Yeah, so I wish I could give credit, but I tried to find the video. I'm sure if you maybe Googled a little bit, you'd find the original poster. It has like 30 million views on it. But essentially, what he found was if you make your video at like quarter speed. So when the person goes to the YouTube video and slows it down to quarter speed, so it sounds like he's talking normal, the algorithm views that as you're comprehending more of the video, so they're pushing it out to more people. Like statistically,
So slow it down. So would the effect? Oh no, the effect wouldn't work the same. So we would have to just slow it down.
yeah.
So what you're saying
rendered
is
video to be at quarter speed. So then when you compensate by changing it to quarter speed in YouTube, they view that as people are slowing down the video, so they're taking more in information, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's more watch time technically.
Yeah, that too.
That's actually something I accidentally did for a while because I would talk so fast on my what you need to knows. So people would go back, either they would go back and watch multiple, like the same part over and over again because I would talk so fast that they wouldn't get it, or they would watch it in slower speed, which is technically more watch time on the same video, even though it's not really, but you're getting technically 4 times as much watch time if somebody slows it down, by 4. So
right. So if you slow down the footage of you talking to that speed to match it, so it sounds normal, you're getting more views, and they're viewing that in the algorithm that you're actually getting more of it, more information from it. So it's kind of a weird exploit.
I don't know if that would still work though. I don't know how early this or like how recent this was because
let me double check here.
Because my channel's actually been suffering a lot because YouTube, the algorithm has switched from watch time into more engagement type stuff because of shorts. Like
so really I need to know, do we need people to hear the podcast like this?
No. You want to speed up.
Or do we need the podcast to sound like, do we have to talk like really like, it needs to be faster so people slow it down?
Yeah.
Let people slow it down. Yeah. So talk really fast now, Post.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I can talk really fast. I'm always talking really fast.
Fast. What the fuck are you talking about? Go ahead.
I kind of feel like I'm Jim Carrey when I'm talking about like I'm having Red Bull in that one movie, but I forget what it's called. But it's like a Red Bull. You ever have Red Bull? I like Red Bull.
What movie's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that the God one when he was God?
Is it Bruce Almighty? I'm not sure. I think it might be Yes Man. It's Yes Man. It's 100% Yes Man because it's one where he's like, he doesn't drink energy drinks, but then he drinks energy drinks. And he's like, I like Red Bull. Red Bull's good. Yeah, look at me.
That movie was almost as bad as the Penguin one, Mr. Pepper's Penguins or whatever the fuck that movie was called. That movie was really
I thought that movie was supposed to be pretty good. I never watched it, but I heard it was pretty good.
Oh. I don't know. I can't think as fast as we need to talk.
I can't. I had too much to... What are you drinking today, by the way?
I just had a couple lakefront IPAs, nothing special.
Ooh, hell yeah. That sounds yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Not sponsored, but shout out anyways.
Shout out to Lakefront Brewery. Send me free beer, please.
So what'd you find out?
Sounds like it's about a year old.
Okay.
Ish. So it's not terribly recent, I guess.
All right. So podcasts are going to start going out at Red Bull speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Slow them down, folks.
And then you can slow them down so you understand them better.
And we'll save on hosting because our files will be smaller.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I know, right?
Capitalism. I don't know how that's capitalism, but
it's technically capitalism.
Yeah.
We're min-maxing over here.
Yeah.
All right. So Josh had miso soup.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this. So we had mentioned that we were going to read books last year and we didn't.
I kind of did. I read half of a book.
So this year I decided that at least I myself, I'm going to read a book a month, at least one book a month. So 12 books this year. So I read one already. It was called In the Miso Soup. I have it right here. It was a kind of short book, but still it was a book. And the one thing, there you go. Post has Every Day is a Nightmare.
I'll read this book by Jerome DK, guest of the show. Watch the episode.
What a guy, friend of the show.
Anyways, miso soup.
So no, point being was, so I'm gonna be held accountable because it's gonna be a thing on the show. So I'm gonna read a book and then I will give a very short review of every book I read.
Perfect.
Nice.
And I mean very short. So In the Miso Soup,
a bite-sized review
by Ryo Murakami. It's a Japanese book. It was translated. It's about a guy who very suspenseful book. 3 out of 10.
All right.
The entire review is just
yeah. Thinking. 3 out of 10.
Well, I said I was gonna be short. I meant 3 out of 5. Sorry, 3 out of 5, not 3.
Okay.
3
all right.
3 out of 5. Very suspenseful.
Very suspenseful. All right.
Okay. All right.
Dude, I'm
But
embarrassed.
It falls flat at the end.
Really?
Yeah, falls flat. That's where it gets to the 3. Otherwise, it would have been a 4.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, I hope that was good enough. Where everybody out there should know what that book is about. Yeah, that's my review.
It's about. I still don't know what the book is about. It's about a guy. It's very. It's suspenseful.
Very suspenseful.
Yeah, very. Sorry.
Yes. There you go. Perfect.
Awesome.
3 out of 10. That's actually 3 out of 5.
3 out of 10, which is basically the same as 3 out of 5. That makes sense.
Yes, it's the same thing.
Bucket Bites, professional book reviewers. I'm embarrassed to say that the last book I can actually remember reading all the way through was, I think it was either I Am Legend or Marley and Me. I think, and those were probably 10 years ago.
It's been a minute for me too, so don't feel bad. I wouldn't call mechanical equipment installation manuals exactly.
They're not. Yeah, it's not really like a novel.
Book. Yeah. Or even Division 23 HVAC mechanical spec for I'm an engineer. That doesn't count either.
Yeah, bro, I'll tell you all about that ring and do VAV spec, bro. I know it from start to finish. I don't really. I still have to read it every time because they change it. I hate engineers so much. I'm going to get fired because I said that.
Yeah, is that one of those scam HVAC units that you sell?
It's the ductwork. It's not me.
Sorry.
Too much static, dog.
Bro, dude, hey, no, bro. Static pressure is a real fucking issue because people build bad ductwork, okay?
No, the problem is that they don't put those little wristbands on that ground them while they're
when they're building their computers.
While they're building the ductwork, that's why there's so much static buildup.
Oh, I hate you, dude.
Conspiracy theory.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
They're not wearing the bracelets when they put the ductwork together. What are they hiding?
Josh, I'm convinced that you just need to do a character with that voice.
I was gonna say I think Jesse's just a character on the show now.
Yeah,
he just pops up.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Instead of what are they hiding, what are you hiding?
Yeah, post what are you hiding?
Everything. God doesn't tell. That's not gonna make sense to anybody but me, so never mind.
Moving on.
Yeah, so it's a Jeff Arcuri joke.
Who?
If Jeff Arcuri, I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's coming to Milwaukee.
No, I've never heard of him.
So have you? Okay, you know who Matt Rife is?
No.
Yep.
Okay, so Jeff Arcuri, I don't know if I'm saying it right. He is like the actual good version of Matt Rife.
Okay.
Where he's actually like, and whatever, you can think what you want about Matt Rife. He's just, Jeff Arcuri is very good at crowd work and keeping things in a respectful but actually really fucking funny way, rather than getting just really dirty and just obscene.
Oh, I thought you were going to cater to a fan base and then shit on them for his first Netflix special. I thought that's what you're talking about.
Nope, I don't watch comedy Netflix specials ever.
Dude, I'm so out of these loops. I have no idea.
That was a complete shade shot at Matt Rife. But anyways,
I don't even
Oh,
know what
was it
Matt
really?
Rife is.
Did he do that?
yeah. He's built up a
What a
heavy
piece-
female
Wait, so he's talking-
fan base.
Of course he did, because he's got this
and
ugly
then came
butt
out
chin.
with-
And
and then
Sorry.
he had his first Netflix special, and his opener joke was a female domestic violence joke.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just
well,
yeah.
look,
There's a lot of different reasons why people think what he's doing is whatever he's doing, or why he's trying to cater to a
Is
different
this
audience.
man real?
Yeah.
which
Are
one?
you sure these aren't? I'm looking
Matt
at pictures
Rife?
of Matt Rife, and I'm
Yeah.
fairly certain these are all AI generated.
No, that's
no.
him,
His
100%.
face looks like that.
Dude, look up Matt Rife Wild and Out. He was on
Oh,
Wild
he
and
was
Out back in the
wilding
day.
out.
Yeah,
Back in the
dude.
day.
He's there. There's a clip with him hitting on Zendaya.
Oh, I see it. That was the first thing that came
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, he's. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he just grabbed her face. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he never mind. He didn't do
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I am very glad that I'm not an 8-year-old kid, because I don't want him to come after my podcast.
Oh, is that what he does? He
That's
goes
that's
after
what
children?
that's what. Apparently, he likes children, so he.
Oh, that's what
that's
you're going with.
that's what 414 pseudo says in chat.
Got it. Got it.
So, but no, if you don't like Matt Rife, but you like that kind of comedy.
What if I've never heard of any of these people? What do I do?
You don't do anything. And actually, Jeff R. Curry's his tickets are expensive. I was gonna go, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not paying that much money to go see a comedian.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of tickets and going to see, my wife actually just bought tickets in June. We're going to go see Rhett and Link. They're going on tour.
oh fuck yeah, dude, where are they gonna be?
They're going to be in Chicago.
They're gonna be oh yeah,
Good
nah, I don't
Mythical
wanna go.
Morning.
Yeah, Rhett and Link. You know who Rhett and Link are, Josh.
You have to know who Rhett and Link are.
I was gonna say Rhett and Link are.
Never seen these people in my life.
Dude, they've
What?
been in the YouTube scene for like
I was gonna say-
12 to 15 years.
I've heard the word, or I've heard the phrase "Good Mythical Morning," but I don't know what it is.
I used to watch Good Mythical Morning almost every morning while I was like getting ready, like listening to him in the shower or whatever. I used to. I don't do it anymore, but
Yeah, my wife is an avid watcher. Watches it every morning with her breakfast, and
he's got a goofy sense of humor.
yeah. I mean, they're older,
fun.
so it's fun. Yeah, there's
These
some
guys are
really-
in their 40s, dude. They're basically dinosaurs.
of the YouTube
Dude.
world. Yeah, they're killing it though.
Yeah,
They're killing it.
well, they bought Smosh
Yep.
and then sold it back to him.
Yep.
Like
'Cause Anthony
for
came
like
back. Anthony
$1. Yeah,
Padilla.
they sold it to him for like really fucking cheap too.
I don't think they ever did they disclose how much they sold it
I
back
know
to him
I
for?
know it wasn't
I
it
don't
wasn't
think
like
they did.
it wasn't like $1, but it was really cheap.
Hmm.
It wasn't like them holding a fucking like just stupid high amount of money to get
Right.
Yeah,
you know,
what's
Anthony back.
Smosh?
I
No, I'm just kidding. I know Smosh.
I was gonna say now you're just
I never watched Smosh,
yanking-
but I know Smosh exists.
Do you know what's weird? And I'm definitely in the minority here. I didn't like old Smosh.
I didn't either.
I
Hot
like
take.
newer Smosh.
Agreed. Yeah.
And now that Anthony's back, I don't like new Smosh.
What? Just because of him?
I haven't liked it. No, I just haven't liked anything that they did.
Based
It
off
just
of
felt,
those two statements makes it seem like you just hate Anthony.
I think
No.
so.
I had nothing for or against that man. Everything feels forced. It's like they're like when he came back. I haven't watched anything in a while from Smosh.
Then how
But when
do you
he came,
even know?
when he came back for the like first month, it just felt like they're just trying to just force him into everything. And it felt forced, and I didn't like it. So it kind of
okay.
pushed me off a little bit.
I'm with
It's not
most
like I don't like him. I thought he was
liked
funny.
old- I liked old Smosh way better than new Smosh, but I liked old Smosh way more than older Smosh.
I like mid Smosh.
Yeah. We want.
I like mid Smosh.
Mid Smosh.
You have a year range of mid smosh, so we know. Because what is
Oh.
mid smosh?
So mid Smosh is probably like 15 to 22, 21 maybe.
Okay. Oh yeah, so that was probably during the acquisition with that company, and then they almost.
Yeah.
What company was that? That bought them and then went bankrupt.
Right. Yeah, and that's when Rhett and Link bought him and
Yeah.
or Mythical.
Was
Yeah.
it Maker?
I don't know.
Because Maker owned everybody for a little bit there.
Who's Maker? Maker's
They
Mark.
were owned by Disney. No, it was Maker Studios.
Oh, I had no idea. So, but anyways,
Yeah.
that was like low key. Today was a really fun fucking show.
Well, we went all over the place.
Yeah.
That was yeah.
It was. I feel bad for anybody trying to listen and keep up, but
Sorry for the whiplash, folks.
Honestly, that
it
keeps
was
it
good.
fresh, man.
yeah, it was nice. I think we needed an episode like this. I think all of our last ones were very, very focused in what we were trying to do. So this one was kind of a curveball. So hopefully you guys knocked it out of the park.
I like the spontaneousness of it.
Yeah.
Keeps it light.
Yeah. So next week we'll have Ryan Spearing from RSVR coming on the show. It's a VR headset lounge here in the great city of Milwaukee. He'll be joining us next week Friday and talking about like what he does, and I actually have a lot of really fun questions for him. I'm sure you guys will as well. And then after that, we might take a week off. Actually, I know for a fact we're taking a week off.
But
So,
are we doing a game night?
we are going to be doing a Bucket Bites community game night. We'll probably be doing Lethal Company again.
With mods.
We gotta throw in a Jackbox though, so folks.
We can do Jackbox as well. But if you join our Discord, or if you just go to bucketbites.gg, there's going to be a link there for our Discord. I'll also put
The
the
second
calendar
G
on
stands
there.
for great.
What's the first G stand for?
Good question.
No,
what
that's
it stands
GQ. So
Yeah.
GQG.
No. GG. Good dash question great.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely not good game.
No.
Definitely not.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it has a different meaning, and it's not important. But right now on the schedule, it's looking like Tuesday the 23rd. Depending on how things go, we may reschedule. I'm not sure. Just keep an eye out on our.
It's the country code top level domain for the Bailiwick of Guernsey.
Yes, yeah, dude. And it's also like kind of expensive for a domain handle, but I was like, all the cool gamer places are doing it. We gotta do it too.
Well, I own suggestive.games, so shut up.
Do you?
Yeah.
So buy suggestivegaming.gg too.
I don't have suggestivegaming.gg, but I have suggestivegaming.com, and I'm far more worried about that one.
That's totally fair.
Because I'm never going to the Bailiwick of Guernsey.
I don't know. It's dude, the internet is a weird fucking place, man. But anyways, we have RSVR coming, Ryan with RSVR coming on the 19th. We have community game night scheduled kind of in pencil on the 23rd. No episode that week. And then we have a special guest from the MK Esports Alliance coming on the following Friday on February 2nd. So everybody, I appreciate you, Josh, Logan, Henry. Oh, never mind. Henry's not here anymore because he hates us. He's just like, fuck you guys.
He did say that. I heard him as he was leaving to go talk to his friend that was there. He was just like, oh, thank God I'm done talking to these fucks. I just wanted to talk about my keyboard for a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit. And oh, dude, I love the
We love you,
passion of that
Henry.
man. He's great. No, dude, absolutely, dude. It's like anything, man. You're passionate. You know what you got to say. You know what you want to say, and sometimes you got to get that message across.
You know,
But,
get in, get out. Like a one night stand.
What about 2-night stands?
He's not coming on tomorrow night. He came on tonight and he left. One night stand.
Damn, that's never happened to me before.
Have you guys ever had a one night stand? We'll talk about it next week. Everybody rejoin us next week on Bucket Bites.
Yo, we are opening next week's episode with that, and
Yeah.
I'm holding you to it.
That's a
I'm Ryan
cliffhanger,
Papa-
folks.
Dude, oh, it's a cliffhanger. Oh, we'll have Cliff come back on.
Oh, bring Cliff. Cliff Noonan. He's gonna
Cliff will just
talk
come
about
on to talk about his one night stand.
if he's ever had a one night stand.
Perfect. Excellent. Anyways, I'm Ryan Papapos. That's Josh Picard from Suggestive Gaming and Logan Jacobs, or Jacob, not with the S. I put the S there because I've had wine. Forgive me. He's gone.
No, there's
I
just
fired
multiple
him.
Logan Jacobs.
Yo, hey, no joke. No joke. I don't know if he actually left. I think he did. But our old boss called him Jacob. I don't know how many times.
Like as his first name?
Yes. Oh, he's back. Hey, Logan,
Yeah.
how many times did our old boss call you Jacob?
Twice.
Oh,
Oh
okay, I
wow,
thought it
Post.
more-
That was
I
a
thought it
lot of times. Post was like every day he would come in and call him Jacob.
Say it like that. I did not say it like that.
I'm pretty sure it was twice, and once was in an email, and I was already working for him for about over a year and change.
Okay.
So yeah.
To be fair, I have that problem a lot too. There's a guy who I work with semi-frequently who has a 2 first name situation as well. And let's just say like his last name is Jeffrey and his first name is like
Dahmer.
John. So his name is like John Jeffrey. And I will
call him
constantly be
Jeff.
like, yeah, Jeff. Yes. Yes. I will shorten. Like, because what sucks is like, I don't know how everybody else's Outlook works. But
Yeah,
like,
it's
it'll
last
show their
name
last
first,
name
yeah.
first. So I'll constantly see Jeffrey Blake and I'll just be like, oh, it's Jeffrey.
Just call if you have to add an S to my name. Just call me Mod Tones because it ends in an S. All
There
right.
you go.
All right, thank
We'll
you, Logan
say my
Jacobs. I appreciate
tones-
you.
Mod Tones from Twitch. How about that? Or whatever.
You know what? It's a good point. Modtones has he's
Yeah.
been on the Twitches lately,
Yeah.
so
Twitch streamer.
make sure you check him out. He's a professional. Grade
Not
A.
really. Not really.
He's an amateur. Yeah, but everybody knows that amateurs are all the best. So,
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? Thank you for listening to Bucket Bites. I'm fucking out before we continue
Yeah,
another
let's just end the
tangent. Okay, bye.
See ya.
Oh, someone's got to do the last bye because Dom's not here. Bye, guys. That was. That almost sounded like him. Actually, that was pretty good.